Nasir El-Rufai, the man that wrote a book called The Accidental Public Servant, he was one of those that went to Chatham House with Mr. President, and Mr. President called him out to come and address issue on a sector he openly said he was going to give him that sector to run, and that's the power sector. And you look back, Nasir El-Rufai, very vocal man, brilliant. And he has his nature too, that if you know some things about him, you may want to be close to him because of what perspective you may want to take. But he has never hidden his views. As we speak, he's under trial for misappropriating or stealing, allegedly stealing 400 and something billion and all of that. Even his, I think his commissioner was arrested some days ago. But he is so bold to start mobilizing people to go to another party. Why? Because the National Assembly failed to clear him as a minister, which he was promised openly, which he actually also worked for. And for some people that say agreement is agreement, agreement is no longer agreement here. And Nasir El-Rufai has moved to the SDP, and big shots are moving along. Some big names have been dropped. We are not after that now. I want to have the perspective from our Professor of Digital Sciences, looking at the role Nasir played to bring Tinubu to power, and the fact that National Assembly failed to clear him on allegation of security report. And we in Open Forum have said, if there is a security report that could not allow Nasir El-Rufai, who has been a minister, who has been a two-term governor, who has been a DPP Director General, not to be cleared, why is he not standing trial? Prof.
We live in a beautiful country.
I love this.
Several individuals won't agree with me, but this is one of the most beautiful countries
I agree
in the
with you,
world.
Prof.
That's where you can get away with
Anything.
Now remember, this is a country where you cannot separate politics from governance. And these are separate issues. When you're dealing with governance, you are dealing with the entire society regardless of political affiliation. It is the interest of the people that you should be addressing in governance. But in politics, there is what they call political horse trading. Mr. President did his job while canvassing for the position of president. He got all the team members that could help him get there. Nasir El-Rufai happens to have been one of those individuals.
Frontline.
That's fine. But the little challenge there is, was he able to read Bola Ahmed Tinubu's
Body language?
Perhaps he did not. And maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu read El-Rufai's body language far above and ahead of El-Rufai. He, I would assume, knows El-Rufai well enough to know that if he got him that close, he would be gunning for his job, which he is doing right now. But again, in a country where criminals can walk free, and anyone who calls them criminals can be jailed.
The code we took last
There
Monday.
is nothing you can really do to stop that. El-Rufai has moved to SDP. That is fine. It is within his right as a citizen of this country to belong to any party of his choice.
But I want your take on this. The National Assembly, Senate in particular, does a screen of ministers, gave a report that security reports from DSS is so terrible on Nasir that it cannot be cleared. But Nasir has come to say that it wasn't the National Assembly decision, that it was President Tinubu's decision not to have him become a minister. Now, let's take it that there is a security report. Why has the government not acted on such a security report? People are challenging that there is no security report. Others are saying there's a security report. What is your take on this?
Nasir El-Rufai was a key member of the APC. The executive is APC. And the Senate and the House of Assembly are all controlled by the APC. They choose who they want to work with. And as for labeling, anybody can be labeled. When Osama bin Laden, I beg your pardon, was being labeled a terrorist by the United States government, I asked this question. Was he carrying out these terrorist activities for the United States at some point in his life?
Or was he ever trained by the United States?
No, he was trained
by the United
and
States?
was carrying out the same terrorist activities for the United States. It was only when he now said, no, I need to be a man of my own. I need to help another country. Then he became
a threat.
Now, Nasser El-Rufai
Worked for the APC.
Everybody has detailed reports in DSS archives. They can pull a report on Citizen MKO with several colorations.
That's true.
That of a clean gentleman from Akwa Ibom State, or a fugitive from Equatorial Guinea who just sought refuge in Akwa Ibom State. They twist and turn these things. So, if the dog handler and the dog do not speak the same language, there is nothing you and I can do.
I thank you, sir.